All right, fellas, thanks again for tuning in. Let's just check this thing out a couple times in fast motion. All right, per our conversation, the number one thing that's going to help improve your velocity over the course of time, Richard, is when it's time to go ahead and blow it up, fucking blow it up, baby. All right, we talked about intent being scale of 1 to 10, and really, if we're getting specific, we're talking about that last 3 inches, the moment where your fingertips are coming through the ball. All right, and from right here, dude, it's fucking put the pedal to the metal, baby. Break that glove. All right, and just that repeated goal change over time is going to really help you organize your body in a different way. There's a principle that you'll hear me reference, and it's called the Bernstein principle. And what the Bernstein principle says is that the body will organize itself based on the ultimate goal of the activity. So if you think about coming back to this moment right here, when your goal is to just hit the glove, your body's going to organize itself in a certain way. Versus if your goal is break the glove, baby, break the glove, whatever that tone is in your head, all right, the same type of tone that you have when you go up and heavy squat, that's got to be the tone, that's got to be the tempo. So number one thing is just going to be, hey, when it's time to throw hard, so, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, depending on how you feel on those hybrid B days, those can be days where you end up letting a couple fly. That's going to be the biggest thing. I know we had talked about lead leg, okay, and yes, lead leg I definitely want to address. We're going to address that more so in warm-ups with a drill called the Southeast Slam, and then also you're going to be doing your hamstring mobility work, so your foam rolling, your lacrosse ball that are part of what we're doing here. But I want to go ahead and, if it's going to let me, nope, let's clear that. All right, let's zoom in here. I want to go ahead and talk about the front side, okay? Because the two biggest things that keep people from being able to gain more velo are this front leg block, all right, and then also the back side. Man, it's just not wanting to cooperate with me. I apologize. Let's clear that. Let's try an angle from here. There we go. All right, so let's move that pivot point out a little bit. And again, this is not a perfect angle drawn, just because of the nature of the, our technology is not world-class technology that you get in a biomechanics lab, but more or less, you're not at 115 degrees based on my naked eye. My naked eye is very good, by the way. And we need to get more mobility in that hamstring so that once this front side stops, okay, this knee actually starts to at least holds solid. Okay, and then ideally, again, we want to really light up this area, these glutes, okay, glutes, hamstrings, that's where all your fast twitch muscle fiber is. So on this front leg, this lead leg block, I'll send you guys over a video link that's awesome, demonstrating the lead leg block and a nice little article on it by Driveline if you want to geek out on it. But we need that leg to start to drive the knee back towards the center mass, okay, because that's really that femur being solid and being internal rotation to launch this shoulder through the target is what's going to be happening here. So you need this thing to stop and the knee to start driving force back towards the center mass so that shoulder can launch, okay? This is all, we're going in depth here, but as far as you having to think about this stuff right now, the major focal point after watching this through and through, by the way, do not ever wear sneakers to throw again. Unless you are on surface like cement or AstroTurf, but even grassy turf, put cleats on, dude. It is going to kill. Every time we're going out there to try to get our 0.038% better, right? 0.038%, you repeat that for a month, you've gotten 1% better. You repeat that for a year, 12% better. 5 years of that, you're world class no matter where you start. So those 0.038% are fucking important, man. That's what we're after here. If you want to go after this dream of going to play at UTSA and getting into the 90s, you can't be wearing sneakers, okay? The phase we're going to really focus on is going to be the driveline phase, okay? Because as I look at you here, we're not getting a whole lot of backside posterior shoulder activation. And so remember, the torso represents 80% of our velocity potential, okay? So torso right here. So it's our ability to be able to properly keep the shoulders and the hips stacked over each other. Think about ears, shoulders, hips all stacked. And then we really want to be able to drive the the back, if you imagine a little dot on the back side of this shoulder right here, okay? We want to be able to drive that shoulder aggressively down through the target, okay? And right now, it's just not that, it's efficient, but it's not strong. It's like if you watch a long distance runner who's got a nice smooth stride, okay, but if you went to put that long distance runner in a sprint, that person wouldn't have the capacity to put enough force into the ground to create strides that are fast enough, powerful enough, long enough to compete. That's what's going on with your throwing. It looks pretty, okay, and it has a lot of potential. You got a lot of things going on good here, but I think the biggest bang for your buck that we're going to get right now is getting you really solid and really quality at learning how to use the J-bands, the wrist weights, the weighted balls, all the implements and all the little drills that we're going to do to day by day improve the efficiency specifically on the back side of your body with the shoulder to be able to pick the arm up, the lat, and drive. So the drive line phases is what you're ultimately going to work on, all right? And you're going to also get, I know that when we were doing the mobility test, we had some tension, stiffness in the lat, the back side of the shoulder, okay? That stuff is stuff that's addressed, again, in that soft tissue work every day, which is why it's so important. We're not going to change any of this stuff overnight. It's going to be a process, but we're going to work at it diligently together, and we're going to understand that, hey, we're going to fail forward fast with it, all right, because the reality is this, dude, you don't have that much time. So we're going to get together again, I believe, on Monday to get after this stuff, but I'm super fired up because, dude, to be very honest with you, the sky's the limit. You're already a guy who's dealt with being a fat guy, okay, and you've gone ahead and taken action and lost the weight, and now it's like, hey, what are you going to do with it? So let's make it happen, brother. Appreciate the opportunity to work with you, and if you guys have questions, please ask me. I'm looking forward to watching you continue to put in the work, and let's see how far you can take it, brother.